Hello guys, this is Endeavil. Welcome to Roguetech. It's been a bit difficult compiling this episode, but I think this is pretty much what it's going to be finally. It all started like I needed some off time, but then I just came to realize we needed to go on really fast if we really wanted to get somewhere. So we started doing battles, we started tackling things, nothing major. We were hoping for some good stuff to actually make Heartland's Vetam. And this is the first step, the really first important step. We tackled Punchback in this mission, and this is where we started making Heartland's Vetam. We could have gone for the Urban Lore, but this one was a primitive one. There was nothing that called us immensely in this battle on the loot table. So finally, after taking a hard look at everything and so on, we had money at that moment. So I decided I wanted to expand the lands and go for a fifth mech. That fifth mech being the Punchback. So you'll see me scrolling back in a second. And yeah, I'm doing post-commentary. As much as I hate it, I think this chapter needed some, because it was just plain impossible to do it otherwise. And yeah, 5 parts of the Punchback, 1 part of the Hunchback, some Centurion parts, some Ballista part, and just some random Shadowhawk, Urban Lord, Urban Knight, Wasp, and some other stuff which we quite frankly sold here. The macro race we kept, the heatsink prototype we sold actually, so yeah. In we went, and it was just meant to be a one-off, but we kept going. I just took a liking to doing it, and it just helped my game immensely, mostly because we were able to take the game more patiently. Here we found the Hunchback part, we were lacking to actually build the Punchback. And then we also took some Roughneck parts because, quite frankly, we were offered them. Other than that, here we had double heatsink kit, some ammo, but nothing really important. So there we went, some Izula parts as well, but more importantly 6 parts of Roughneck, which was massive. We were able to build the Punchback finally. We even got a second combat shotgun and some other stuff we were going to keep, but mostly this was full of stuff to sell. We kept improving the Ergo because yeah, our tech points back there were very low. I think, yeah, 19 still, so we didn't want to bring the Punchback yet. And we kept going. Ambush convoys were quite easy with this layout, so we took the advantage and went on quite some. In this mission, we happened, I think, to find one of the most valuable things we were going to find on this run. We went against an Orion, but that was easy to tackle with. Orions with the RAM protected ammo are just asking for a complete blow. And that's what happened here. We just did a through armor crit on the torso, and that thing just blew off. So besides, we only had like 2 peaks here, but more importantly, we found Thunder Augmented. This allowed us to take it easy. on the missions and just convinced me that we could tackle things more quietly as we were not recording. Not completely. There was going to be some massive edits behind, so why not take it slow? We did some changes to our mechs back then, I think either now or after the next mission. Yeah, brought the punchback. It was actually in quite relative decent state, not the best state in the world as you're going to see now, but at least we had an intact light engine. We also had ammo for the Rack 10, albeit only one, so that was not ideal. It also brought a proto heatsink kit, so all in all it looked quite decent for what we wanted. And yeah, me outlining the first steps, deciding on whether I wanted composite or not. Obviously composite is a bit risky when you're dealing with non-assault mechs. So in the end I just dropped it. Yeah, some thinking going behind on what I wanted to put there. Obviously the macropulse laser arrays are something of a joy to behold here. In the end, we want to make this one another punch bot, but for the moment, well, we don't have the clues, we don't have more TSM, we don't have anything, so that's what it stays right now. It was 1.1 million, but it had to be done. So some cockpit items and whatnot. I initially went with a jam fire control system, albeit it might have been better to go directly with the fire control advanced targeting computer system, the inner sphere one. Yeah, we already had the case here. I just fumbled it for a bit. Watch me realize in a second that it's there. But all in all, yeah, it came in pretty decent state, although our settings made it so that it costed us 1.1 million to bring this thing to the table, and it was going to cost a lot more, because this actually meant we had to expand the Argo for, well, we just had to bring the Jungler Leopard to the table. So yeah, finally realize and deciding this is good enough and just making it go, because we were going to travel here. And that's always a good spot where to put, well, maybe not yet though. So capture base, I think I know what happened here. We went on that capture base and we got quite a beating, which lined up pretty well with us wanting to just travel. It was just a matter of quick sell stuff getting us here. So as crazy as it seems, this is what happened. Wolby Quicksell just battered us badly. And yeah, we had some 20 days of repairs to go through. So, well, we started traveling, which was the basic idea behind this chapter. It being, we want to travel to the society front, because society is there and they bring very good stuff to the table. So there we go, selling some stuff. And here's where we move to Bellatrix, if I'm not wrong. Yep, up we go, 20 days. This allowed us to repair mostly everything and get the punch back mostly instead. This is where we also put thunder in the legs. It worked a bit dwarvy because we had piloting and whatnot. We'll no longer need it, the mine dispensers most importantly. So yeah, we got rid of those and kept doing stuff, kept trying to improve our mechs. So me trying to decide with large laser to take off. Finally it was the Magna, and we went for a crazy idea, which was bringing a large Brex to the table. I think it was here. Yep, here it goes. We needed half a ton, but that was easily achieved. The only need was to just lose some back armor, or just completely lose the ton of LK, which I didn't remember. Obviously, that's a way of doing it as well. Still got half a ton here. Armor was mostly there, so I really didn't know what to do. Finally ended up slacking. And yeah, looks like I wasn't wrong, and finally we went on unshaved, a bit of back armor and a bit of armor on the arm where we had the MML, and off we went. Traveling left the punchback at 15 days to be ready, if I recall right. And when we got there, we started doing 2 skulls and 2.5 skulls and even 3 skulls, I think, on this planet. The hunchback was still not ready, so we kept going, mostly taking money because we needed to. We started seeing bundled stuff for when we took missions for Liao. That was also excellent to see. But we really weren't seeing any mechs that we wanted to take. Just taking another 55 tonner was not good enough, especially having roughneck parts almost ready or catapults almost ready. So it all became a take whatever is most valuable and keep going. Sometimes I was hard pressed to actually find something I wanted from a mission. That's how bad the loot was. And yeah, we kept going after that. I think we took the LRM-17 here, just because we were shooting mines, so we don't needed that LRM-15. And this allowed us to actually take 1 more ton of ammo, because LRM-17s are actually less accuracy but less weight than an LRM-15. You also got damage followed, but that's not important when most of what you're doing is just lay mines around. So further changes, just bringing more expensive stuff into the mechs because we really wanted to keep going. And I think that's the mission where we stumbled upon something very big and nasty, and we almost lost the mobile turret. We also lost the SRM carrier, I think, here. And that's just because, sorry about that, we found some very nasty storm crows. And what that we could have taken, I think this was the storm crow one. This, yeah, Stormcrow F and Stormcrow T. These things just wrecked us. Which goes to show that when you really start finding optimized mechs, this whole going 1.5 skull over your value, it just doesn't work at all, or doesn't work very well. Let's just say it like that. There was good stuff on the table, but thinking that we were going to just stay a lot of time repairing, we went with a mixture of things we could use and some money picks, the money pick being the XL clan, and we kept going. There was a supercharger here on the table. I just didn't see it, and we could have used it. These are the parts of the carrier, so yeah, confirmation that we had lost it. But other than that, yeah, things were progressing. We were getting stuff, but we were starting to see more and more dangerous lances. As we got long repair times here, we kept traveling and we moved on to the next. We started doing assassination, taking very patiently. We never brought the punchback to these missions, albeit it already was mission ready, because we still didn't have the 5th mech slot. The mobile turret had become our most valued mech at this point, and yeah, this mission turned out to be very fun. Facing an Avatar and a Mortis, plus some decent medium mechs, was no slouch, but we actually defended pretty well. It was just a matter of positioning and not showing your head, which makes for very boring videos. So I guess this is also why I felt more at liberty knowing that I was going to edit this out. By the way, should have taken the Avatar instead of the Mortis. Avatars we were going to find a lot more, but whatever. So I think, yeah, there's some back noise here. I guess I didn't completely mute out the background sound, but they wanted, yeah, we found a Viper here. The other things offered were good and we only had one pick, so whatever, it suited us long enough. There's an Ear Slicer clan here, which I either did not see or did not want to pick. I think it's just because this is where we have... Nope, not here. So I'm completely at a loss on what did I pick here. This... oh, nope, not really. So AMS, I guess, yeah. We were lacking on AMS, we were starting to find more and more missile-based mechs and tanks everywhere, and this showed in bigger repair times, and it most importantly made me start second guessing myself on some stuff, so yeah, again going against the planetary government, always not so nice of an idea. It usually happens that they bring good stuff to the table, like this time when that wolfhound got us good. But, well, we managed to go through that. But it just... this time, because it was a wolfhound, it was easy to overcome, but we were starting to find some nasty stuff here. I guess I took the XL just for money, didn't I? No, the medium improved, yeah, medium improved heavy lasers. And randomly got some stuff. We were becoming hard pressed to get more money, because I think that's exactly when the Junkyard Leopard expansion was happening. So yeah, you'll see little times where we actually go for more than one pick and whatnot here. And here's where this Corsair got us good, I think. Or wasn't it? Yeah, that smoker. Which isn't a very good weapon per se. Just got a lot of damage. No, it isn't here, sorry. So, well, the claws were just to bring on the Wolverine, because that Wolverine really needed. We tried a big salvage mission, and it turned out we had an assassin target and some Quixel stuff and whatnot. Yeah, not the best, but it can happen sometimes. We could have gone for the Vulcan, but really... instead we found some decent stuff and decided to go for the long haul, long run, I think. I could be wrong here. So, Fire Control Mark II, because it's a very good one. Retractable blade, because we wanted to keep improving our punch bot. And if I'm not wrong, we're going to scroll back and just start taking whatever brought money to the table here. Cockpit interface for the long run. Active camouflage, I think, as well. I think. Could be wrong here. We could have taken the Bloodhound. It wouldn't have hurt. And yeah, I actually thought I was doing them too quickly, these ones. Apparently not. No, we went for... no, I don't think so. Here we are. So, I'm guessing we took the light, and that's 1.5, so that's what was there to be had. No, a 300. It's a bit more than light engine, so understandable. And we kept selling what we didn't want, because really these values just make you think a lot about what you have to do. And there will be a time when I'm not doing these off camera, or I'm not editing them out, and we really start doing other stuff where we start going for chassis. We're almost there. I'd very much like to get a half skull more lance valuation before going there. You can see already the kill count on the mobile turret was getting crazier and crazier. And yeah, that's the bad one. That's repossession where we went against a Marauder 2 bounty hunter, of all things, with only one pig. That's where we lost our second crawler. So the issue of bringing the punch bot to the table was becoming more and more urgent here. We also had some, I wouldn't say extensive repairs, but and of all things, we took the multi-track here, and it's the best decision I've done. We put the multi-track on the mobile turret because sometimes, just sometimes, you want to be able to just send a few mines to one place and some few to another place, and that we couldn't do earlier. We had some repairs to do. More importantly, we had to bring the Junkyard Leopard online, and there we did. So yeah, drop size +1, which is what we needed, and start amassing more money, because yeah, we had already gone down to 1.4 million. This allowed us to bring the much needed faith mech to the table, especially now that we didn't have the crawlers. We needed to diversify a bit. This was a fun one, yeah. Actually, not recording made it so that we could take our time if we ever found something we really wanted. The target here was the rabbit coyote of all things, but we had that Orion and that trebuchet was nasty. It brought clan tech, so there's one good thing about that, and that's we had LRM-15s, and clan LRM-15s are a good thing to have. We also had an Ultra 20 on the table. I must remind you, the punch bot didn't have enough ammo to run the Rack 10. So we actually went there and took the Ultra. We needed ammo beans. There was an Exile clan, but more importantly, if I'm not wrong, there was 2 superchargers here as well. So it turned out to be a very good mission for us. Allowed us to bring superchargers to both the brawlers being the punch bot and the Wolverine. It allowed us to put LRM-15s on the mobile turret, and the Ultra 20, which replaced the Rack 10 with insufficient ammo. So there we go. And that's the change on the LRM-15s. We put LRM Thunder to the torso unprotected because really that's the first thing to go usually. So, and yeah, we started seeing through skulls and thought, why not? Might as well do them. And in we went, usually with decent results, because we were taking our time all the time. Yeah, that's the Talos fight. I quite regretted going with max salvage here, but this allowed us to get the hot seat And getting the hot seat in meant the Wolverine started to zoom around the field like a madman. And I just mean it like a madman. You're going to see in further chapters how fast this thing zooms when we enable hot seat and the supercharger. So we took whatever was most valuable here and we moved on. We just kept moving because we needed the money again. So even sold the Radical Pirate double heatsink kit, I think. Not really. Not this one, at least, but needs must. And sometimes that's where things are. That's where we got the Wolverine zoomy. Yeah, that's one side effect of that was that we had to drop the combat shield because it couldn't be done. So instead of that, we actually ended up getting, I think we tried for stealth, but we lacked these slots. So this one was quite hard to actually work out here. Had to try to bring ECM in to actually try and bring the stealth, but the stealth was not puttable because we needed the slots. So still, I was actually wondering how in hell had we gone this far without having Guardian in. So yeah, it was left there for good measure. And we kept on going. Also tried to improve the punch bot with the small changes, downgrading the engine a bit. We were bringing a sheath beacon in this one, so there was really no need. That's actually a cicada, I guess. Must be a noble in his cicada mission. Little money, but we actually fought. Oh, that was a Clash of the Titans. We actually fought a Bane and an Emperor, and the Bane was terrifying. Just the thought of losing some of our mechs here had me paralyzed for a while. You can see this going to 13 rounds. Yeah, still there was very little left after dealing with them, and well, the Bane didn't seem like a bad thing to go in the long run. Not that we're going to find one soon, but we weren't going to just take an Emperor. So there we went. Some nice stuff we got, some not so good stuff as well. But yeah, we kept trying to make ends meet.